Deepa, before we plunge into the topic, can I have a brief breakdown on the topic?
Yeah, absolutely. If the audience here is guessing, why are we combining two very different words together? They look like opposites. The breakdown advantage. Now, what does that even mean? So, I want to give a context of why we came up with this topic and what are we going to talk about. So, if we visualize breakdown, Madhuri, there are very, very serious things that come to our mind. Breakdown typically feels like disaster. It feels like a
Right.
crisis. It feels
Exactly.
like loss. And if
Failure.
you look at failure from an organizational perspective, it's as if the company has gone bankrupt and everything is closing down. From a personal perspective, also breakdown could have a meaning as if people are getting into depression, anxiety. So it has a very serious annotation to it. Now, why do I say that there's a breakdown advantage? Because what is needed to move beyond breakdown and what is needed to rise beyond breakdown and what leads to breakdown is extremely important. So I believe that the reason why we have breakdowns is when we have reached the level where no growth is possible. Like this is the best that can happen with what we know, and we need to push ourselves out of our comfort zone. And when we are not doing it ourselves, something in the environment and life is our biggest teacher. So it moves us in that direction by throwing a breakdown. And it forces us to reinvent, it forces us to move outside our comfort zone, push our boundaries. And if we do it the right way, breakdowns lead to breakthroughs. So that's why we are combining two very counterintuitive words. And I would love to get into a conversation around, yeah, how can we make that happen and what does it really look like?
It's so true. Actually, the moment read the topic, it's so paradoxical. That
Yes,
intrigued me all the more to know about it, actually. Yeah.
absolutely.
So, when was the last time a crisis revealed a blind spot you didn't even know existed?
Yeah, so, and I'll talk about something that all of us have experienced. So it's not personal to me, but it's personal to everybody who's with us today and everybody on this planet, in fact. So remember COVID, right? What a tough phase it was and what a challenging time it was for all of us.